So what the data we released today says is nothing that's surprising, but it is alarming, which is that at our current pace of change, it will take 100 years for women to reach parity in the C-suite. We know that when women are stuck, corporate America is stuck. And here's what we know. We know that diverse teams perform better. They are more creative, they are higher revenue, they have higher profits. We know that non-diverse teams perform worse, but are more confident in their own performance. We know that we're not using the full talents of the population, and if we were to use the full talents, it would pay off. It would pay off in terms of higher economic growth. There's a study out from the IMF which says that women in the workforce at the same level as men in the United States would be 5 points of GDP growth. 5 points. Think about what that would do for this country, and it would do even more for other countries around the world. We know that we would have higher corporate and nonprofit productivity, and we also know that we'd have more individual happiness. That's a whole lot on the table. What this report shows is that women are underrepresented at every corporate level, and importantly, it's not mainly due to attrition. Women face more barriers to advancement, all kinds of barriers. And my belief is at the core of those barriers is our very deep cultural stereotypes and expectations of what it is to be male and what it is to be female. And what's been interesting for me, Lean In has now been published all over the world, is that there are such huge cultural differences in the world, right? Think about our own country from different parts of this country, or even the Middle East, or Africa, or Asia, or Europe. Such different cultures, except on gender, where it can be more or less extreme, but the stereotypes are actually exactly the same, which is that everywhere in the world we believe men should lead, make decisions. Everywhere in the world, we believe women should be communal and do for others. And because we're human beings, we process very, very quickly. We can't process everything deductively, so stereotypes stick, and they stick for a long, long time. If a lion was coming at me, by the time I realized, 4 legs, fur, tail, that's a lion, I would be dead. That means that what we expect is what we demand. That is why, to this day, we call little girls bossy on the playground, and little girls are told they're bossy in school. We don't call boys bossy because when a boy leads, it's expected. Those same women go to the workplace, and leadership is harder because leadership is correlated with getting results. Leadership is expected to be male. So when men exhibit the characteristics of leadership, they are better liked, and when women do, they are less liked by women and men. All of these biases are deeply held by all of us. We also have issues around flexibility, issues around using the programs that companies have, and issues on making work for parents, for all of us. Technology has enabled us all to work all the time, and we do. But that doesn't make us productive, and it doesn't lead to long-run growth for our companies. Working smarter, letting ourselves be good parents. For those of you who are single, it is just as valid to want to go to a bar tonight. But making work for individuals is a really important part of what we have to do. And importantly, this report shows that employees don't believe us. Companies say that diversity is important, that they want more women in leadership, but employees don't believe that's true. That means we are going to have to change that.